Hello everybody, this is the Russian Fazbear, and now it is time for the video of all of the ceiling fans in my collection. Most likely, you watched the video of all the ceiling fans in my house a little earlier today, and now it is time to get into the bigger and more meatier stuff, i.e. my entire ceiling fan collection. Alright, let's go. So we'll start out here in the bedroom. Okay, here's the Zephyr, which was showcased in the first video. Since the last video, I turned it on just to, I don't know, get a little motion in these fans, because the other ones can't even turn on. So, yeah, Zephyr. Over here we have a 90s 42-inch white Hampton Bay Littleton. Over here we have an antique brass, either Moss Tropical Breeze Deluxe or CEC Toastmaster. One of those two. There is an antique brass 44-inch Hunter Coastal Breeze with the blades, or not really the blades, more so the brackets bent out of whack beyond any comprehension. Like, just look at that. Like, those things are fucked up, for lack of a better term. And honestly, it's been an eternity since I've swapped out any of these fans, and I think I'm gonna replace some of them pretty soon, so maybe I'll make an update video once I get around to doing that. Hopefully I do it soon. And then over here we have a white 90s Hunter Studio Series remote with the bleached oak blades. Looks nice. This was brand new in box, so those are the fans in the bedroom section. Just pan around one more time, I guess. So then in here in the closet, we have, up on the shelves, we have glass of various sorts. We have a daisy shade glass, some Encon glass, schoolhouse globe. I don't even know what those go to. I don't know. That giant globe that I just found in a box at Habitat. That's just a rounded globe. Those go to a Hunter. Those go to a Hunter. Those I think go to the Heritage. There's a fitter back there. Air freshener. Air freshener. There's another globe. Or no, that's the big globe I found at Habitat. This one goes to Fasco. And then underneath there, I just have instruction manuals and papers and documents. There's another fitter. Got a few other fitters up here. I got a white 4-way one and a brass 3-way one. That's pretty much what I have up on the shelves. Down here, just got to sift past all the clothes. There's another fitter with the shades on it. One of the shades on there is cracked. Or it's not really cracked, more so chipped. And below it we have blades stacked like crazy. Those two are some spare blades. Underneath there is a Brighton blades. These ones, those are Kenroy blades, Crest, Original, Littleton. Those are Delta. Underneath there, that's Summer Breeze. Down there, yeah, it's Brighton again. And there's just, bottom line, there's just a bunch of blades back there. Like, I see a bunch of spare blades, and way back there I see the Heritage blades. Those brackets, the one my finger is pointing at. So yeah, there's just a lot of blades stacked on top of each other in there. And it's quite messy. Need to organize it, but if I organized it, odds are I probably wouldn't have as much room, and believe me, room is something I have an immense lack of with this collection. Okay, so that's all there is to see in this closet. And that's all there is to see in my bedroom. So I'll head up to the guest bedroom. There's the Zephyr again. Didn't turn this one on. Didn't really think to do it, but, you know, there it is. Okay, so we'll go into this ceiling fan storage unit. And a new add-on I did is I put some stick-on lights that can be operated with the use of this remote. So it turns on this light and it lights up the room a little bit better. These lights are a bit more useful in the other crawl space I have. I mentioned it in one of my update videos, and I'll show you guys it after we go through this crawl space. So as you can see, there are a lot of fans in here and a lot of blades, and I'm just going to go over every single one of them really quickly. So first we have blades. So we have, you know, like just blades and blades and more blades, and a bag full of switch plates, you know, like ones for switches that go on walls. More blades back there, and blades up here. Okay, so for motors, we have a white and brass Delta 2, a white and brass Coastal Breeze, polished brass Coastal Breeze, brushed nickel Stratford 2, Minuet 3, 2 Littletons, Crest Hugger back there in the corner, Summer Breeze, Snow White Delta 2, another white and brass Delta 2, original, Evergo, industrial style, antique brass Delta 1 with spiral downrod, Moss Tropical Breeze Deluxe, Delta 3. Then moving up there, we have a Hampton Bay Chatham from the 90s, I believe a Litex Universal of sorts, Halsey, Hunter Brighton, Heritage Alexis, Passport 3. This I think is a J.C. Penney fan or something. CEIG event, Passport 2, another Summer Breeze, SMC Laguna, and Crest 2000 series. So those are all the motors. Again, a lot of them. Yeah, just a lot of parts jammed in here. And I make it work, and I have, you know, like a little space to stick my knees in and look around and grapple for anything I may need to pull out of storage for whatever reason. So yeah, that's everything there is to see in here. Turn off the light with this remote. Okay, next, storage space, which is back in this hallway. It's off to the side in here in this door, which was showcased in a previous video. But before we go in there, I real quick want to show you these bins. I mainly just keep smaller fan parts in these. Don't really feel like going through every single one of them. But on top, we just have some carpeting and 2 of these lights that I just didn't use because didn't have the space for them. Here's the long downrod that the Zephyr originally came with. In this first box, probably can't really see too well, but I have switch housings and downrods in there. This one is switches, like you can see one there. This one is remotes, and the bottom one is brackets. Don't really feel like unorganizing them and opening up every single one of them, but this is mainly just a place to keep all of my smaller fan parts organized, so works pretty well. That box right there, I have more carpeting on top of it, and there's the Hampton Bay carriage house, which I plan on shipping out to someone relatively soon. Okay, now let's dive into this deep, dark crawl space in the depths of my house. Let's just go back there and turn on those lights, and got another light right here. So just gonna crawl my ass back in here. Excuse the crude camera work. Okay, so as you can see in this back space here, the only light is all the way over there. So having these lights in here does help illuminate this far back section. And as you can see, we have even more motors and even more blades to be seen back here. It's not as crammed as the other section, but I'm sure, give it a few months and it will be. And I am yet to put shelves on this wall. And there's plenty of potential for this wall because it's nearly 6 feet high, so plenty of room for shelves. Anyway, so as for the motors, we have a polished brass Huntington 3, black Hampton Bay Colby, NAFCO Park Avenue, Stratford 1, a Verde Huntington 2, another Summer Breeze, Encon, Infinity, just some random 90s Hunter. I have no idea what the model is. Just some generic thing that I plan on selling. Harbor Breeze Classic Style, Fasco Gulfstream. And then over here I have a Hunter Low Profile from the 90s new in its box, and a Harbor Breeze Okra Coke new in its box. And both of them I do still have the boxes for, so I keep them in there. And then here I got all the blades. There's Hampton Bay blades right there. There's Infinity, Fasco, Encon Hunter blades. And then just more blades stacked on top of other blades. I do apologize if the lighting is pretty bad in here. I mean, it's pretty easy to see for me, but I can see how on the camera it doesn't come up as well. But yeah, blades and motors. And I can hear cars driving by on the road from in here. So yeah, that's what there is to see in here. Okay, now I gotta crawl back out. Turn those lights off. Turn this light off. And crawl back out. And this door doesn't necessarily close because the frame is settled. Anyways, I guess I'll turn off this light as well. Okay, so with that is all there is to see up here in the guest room section. So now let's head down to our final destination, the garage. So out here in the garage, where it is kind of dark, so I guess I'll open up the garage door just to give some extra light. So, really nice day out, to be honest. Anyway, so in here, the first fan we have is a 50-inch white Casablanca Delta 2 that I got from John Pernock recently. A very nice fan. It's from the 90s. And this is one of the later Delta 2 models. Schoolhouse Globe and fitter. Casablanca pole. Very nice. Over here we have a Hampton Bay Minuet 2. Cute little fan. This fan has been installed in here for quite a while, mainly because it's the only fan that fits in this location. And then in the farthest spot, we've got a white 52-inch R&M original. This fan does need quite a bit of work. The paint is coming off in certain spots, and the blade pitch is pretty out of whack, as you may be able to tell by just looking at the blades. So yeah, very nice fan, but it does need some restoration. And if you hear that noise, that's just because one of my parents just pulled up in the car, so please pardon that sound in the background. Hopefully it's not too annoying. And here's just a random fan box I have from my most recent Habitat haul. Anyway, so over here at the workbench, mainly all I have is ceiling fans that require maintenance at the current time. I used to keep just any random fan down here, but I recently decided that with the new storage space I should only keep fans down here that require maintenance, because it's right where my workbench is, and it helps keep things less cluttered down here in the garage and, you know, give spiders less of a place to live. I also did, you know, cleaned off my workbench pretty well. I mean, it's still kind of a mess, but not as bad as it was before. So anyway, so the fans we have here are SMC low profile, original, another summer breeze, a silent breeze, and then down here on the bottom we have Kenroy, Four Seasons, and some GE vent fan. And all these fans do require maintenance of some sort. I guess I can go through and list them. This one needs parts, this one needs parts, this one has a gummed up oil cap, this needs a new pull chain, this needs a new pull chain, this one is a bad capacitor, bad board, and this one, the brass, just needs some polishing up. It's really tarnished, so I just need to polish up the brass on it before I install it and get it all ready to go. And up here on the bench I have just some small pieces. In this box I mainly have wire nuts and the like, and some other parts like wire mold extension box and some pull chains. Here are some brackets. Whoop, just flip that. Here are some brackets that require a paint job. As you can see, somebody tried to repaint them but kind of failed at it. Here's just another pull chain. And here's the bottom piece of that GE vent fan. And I polished it up with Brasso, and it looks a lot better than it did, as you can see. And in here I have blades. I mainly try to keep the blades of the fans that I'm working on down here, because with all the different locations I have to store fans, I'm trying to keep the blades and the motors and the blades and the motors in the same general place to avoid confusion. So that's basically what I'm trying to do. Anyways, in this drawer, it's a crap hoard. Just tons of stuff in there. This drawer is a bit more organized. I have down rods, canopies, Ziploc bags that would contain parts to certain fans. I have them labeled. And I have mounting hardware on the bottom. And then in the big drawer down here is more blades to fans. So yeah, I mainly just keep, like here's the low profile blades, the original blades, the silent breeze blades, the SMC blades, and there's the brackets to the Four Seasons. The brass on these is looking a little tarnished as well, so I wanted to polish them up, which is why the blades aren't on there. The actual Four Seasons blades are down there. So, yeah. All these fans do require work and maintenance of some sort. And as you can see, it is a lot more organized down here than it has been in previous videos. But anyways, with that said, that is just about all there is to be said on behalf of my ceiling fan collection. And I did count, and there are 63 fans in total. Yeah, 63. And, oh wait, I just realized I forgot to show you guys one of them in the house. I guess I can go show you that real quick. Right in here, we have this fan that I just recently picked up at Habitat. It's basically just a generic Hugger GE vent fan. And here are the blades for it. And it also came with a spare set of stencil blades, which are kind of nice. So yeah. So those are all the fans of my collection. Almost forgot about that last one. That one I just got, so I almost forgot to include it. But anyways, that is all there is to be said about my ceiling fan collection. Man, this video is really fucking long. But hope that's not too bad. I mean, a lot of content to cover. Anyways, that's all there is to be said. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. Can't talk today. And I'll see you in the next video. Happy National Ceiling Fan Day to all, and goodbye.